Let me know. I got music on in my ears because I got the Peloton on. So hopefully you can hear me. But if you can't, use this time as your quiet time because my Peloton is walking me through the walk app. So it's literally, I think, the last 2 minutes right now. They're playing Deborah Cox. How could you be here? That's my song. Oh my gosh. This song makes me think of uh, step class and our amazing step instructor who was so dynamic in his leadership. Chester, this is for you. He's no longer with us, but he gave everything into his step classes. So he would show up and he would put on this song, and this song will wake us up. It's like the club version. Nobody's supposed to be here. Oh my gosh. And I would start. That would just hype me up. So one of the things that I will always remember about my step classes is leadership. So and that's what I wanted to actually leave you with today in terms of spiritual awakenings, executive coaching, and leadership, and how each part plays in your life, even when you don't expect it. I like to say the unexpected. So Chester would, hi mom, can you hear me? Are you hearing me? Let me know if you're hearing me, because then I'll know if to make this just a quiet one and I'll start talking after my app is done, or if I'll keep sharing my message that I got the download to give. So text in and let me know if you're hearing me. If you're not hearing me, then don't respond because that means you're not hearing me. Oh my gosh. And now it's Tony Braxton. Oh my goodness. This is a great walking segment. So you're not responding, so that means you're not hearing me, which is okay. So you can use this as, oh, you are hearing me. Perfect. Okay. You're in your accessory. Great. So I was just literally sharing about spiritual awakenings, executive leadership, and how Chester, I literally turned on my Peloton app to walk with, take my walk. It's my walk. And as I turned on my app, these songs came up. And Deborah Cox, How Could You Be Here came on, which was a club mix during that time when I used to take step classes. And every time I would walk in, Chester would greet me, and Chester and I became like family. Those who know, if you know, you know. And he played such an instrumental role in my fitness journey, even as a leader. And what he would say was when I needed to take breaks, I would stop. And I would go and take water, or I would just stop in front of the class. And one day he was like, Alisha, every time you stop, take a look around. There's others behind you that are stopping. And I was like, what are you talking about? He was like, I put you in front of the class so that I can take my little breaks when I need to take a break because I already had the step routine down pat. And him and I had a great understanding as a leader. So I would help to tag him out kind of because I'll continue the moves as he take his little breaks. So I thought that means I get to take my breaks too. And I would take a little bit more than I needed to grab my water. And he would say, you're in front of the class. And even though you're not the instructor, you're in front of the class. And people are watching. And I would say, what are you talking about? So he made me realize that whenever I took a break from my water, I would move to the side and just look at the class. And then all of a sudden I'd start seeing, hi, how are you? Make sure you're following and subscribe for more positivity. But he would say, take a look around. People would just stop as you stop. So I wanted to share that message to you in terms of spiritual awakening, being an executive, and being a leader. So an executive means you're the executive of your life. It doesn't necessarily mean business only. It means executing and being an executive in life, like totally being in charge of this one life that you were given and not allowing anyone else to take control over that part, right? Owning your executive leadership and owning the fact that great leaders also listen, right? Great leaders also listen. I'm okay with 6776. It's all good. I don't pay attention to things that are not necessary for me. I pay attention to what is necessary for me. And the message I wanted to share with you that I was given as a spiritual awakening is you lead even when you don't think you're leading. People are watching you. And that was Chester's message. And he's no longer with us anymore. But I feel such a connection to him because I'm up, I'm moving, I'm still taking care of my body, my well-being, my wellness. And your impact leaves a stamp even when you're no longer there. And that's the part I really want you guys to know. So he's no longer with us, but he has impacted my life so tremendously that I wanted to share this message. That even when you don't realize that you're being a leader, you are always a leader. You are still leading. Hey, y'all, say hi. Your hi matters. And I'm walking, sharing some wisdom, sharing some spiritual awakenings. As I walk, I wait to hear what's the message that I have to deliver to you. And literally, I was listening to my Peloton app before I even went live. I was listening to hear, okay, what's the message you want me to share? And what I heard was share your spiritual awakening as an executive to other leaders. And I was like, well, what if everybody is not a leader? If everyone's not a CEO? And the message received was, we are all executives of our lives. So we have to take ownership of that. So as an executive, please note, people are always watching. And that when you take that break, the rest of folks are taking breaks. When you decide that you want to stop instead of pause, you may impact so many others that are going to stop instead of pause. And what I did today is literally I posted a quick message on FB and I was like, hey, I'm going live in a few minutes for those who just want to join this walking ministry of mine. No intentional, just what it is. To get your word, get your message, receive it, and then use it and pass it along, right? Don't just sit here and take it, but pass it along. Share it with someone else and or actually execute it and be in good morning and be in good standing of that. If you subscribe, that's what I hope that you would do. And the message I received was you're leading even when you don't think you're leading. That others are always watching. They're always watching and waiting. And leadership looks so different. Thank you, Mama. I love you too. Leadership looks so different. But understanding that when others are watching and if you impact one other human being, one other human soul, guess what? You're a leader. You don't need a whole squad. You don't need a whole congregation. You don't need a whole big audience to listen to. You just love you. Enjoy your day. Say a prayer for me. And I'll save one back. Send that message. Everyone are leaders. And you are leading even when you don't think you're leading. That others are always watching, paying attention. So be very intentional with your thoughts, words, and deeds and actions. So I went live. I said, okay, let me tell my folks I'm going live today. I don't go live all the places. This is the only space I'm going live. But I have a crew, in a circle of some special people that get a little upset when they know I went live and I didn't tell them. So I said, okay, let me at least let them know today. And they can always catch a replay, #replay, or hashtag live if you're catching this live. But the key of all of this is make sure that we keep showing up. Take our pauses, yes, that's okay. Chester never said stop. He just wanted me to be aware that I am a leader and that even though I'm not the teacher, the main teacher in the class, he is, I'm always a co-teacher. I'm always there. I'm always in front. And I'm in front because I got it. He put me in front. He needs his break too. So sometimes the top leader do need their break too. So he needs someone there that could co-lead with him. And I'm okay with that because I had it by then. I pick things up quickly. That's just one of my gifts. And he understood that. But he wanted me to understand those breaks and pauses that I was taking because I needed air to catch my break and pause. It's all good. I don't even take it personal, Gigi. Just ignore it. And what I like, when people start putting that 6-7, I drop a 7-6. boop. Total opposite. Everything I'm gonna do is gonna be opposite. It's just who I am. Plus, I am a 76 baby, so I still take it as love. I don't really conform to society rules. Never did, never will. Kind of just listen to my own spiritual intuition, my spiritual awakening, and deliver as I receive it. So that was the message that I was given. Hopefully you can hear me okay. Thanks, Mama, for confirming that you can and that you do receive this message and you got it. If you're here, then you were meant to get this. Literally. That's the spiritual awakening. You're here. Just tune in, listen, execute yourself, and pass it along to someone else who just may need to hear it too. That's all we do. That's our purpose, and that's our mission in life. So, as it is mine, I share it with you. So, Chester, as you were looking down from below, I did my little extra step. I mean, from above. Like you're looking down from above, not below. My bad. I did my extra step. I did my extra shimmy. And I remember you because you've left great impact. And now I'm impacting others, so your words continue on. And he used to say, keep leading, Allie. Pay attention when you stop, others stop. And even though I may take the pauses and I may take the breaks and, catch my ear, get some water, and get my thoughts together, I'm still here. I'm still understand my role as a leader. I'm still guiding who needs to be guided, who has alignment assigned to me. I'm still being tapped in. I'm still showing up in all the areas. I stopped saying I'm just a business coach or a life coach or a spiritual coach. I am awoken. I'm just awakened. So that's Zachary calling me now. He's gonna take his walk too because guess what? I inspired him to take his walk too. And yeah, he was like, oh, it's for only health and wellness for taking walks. These walks are for everyone at every time. It is so grounding. It is so good for us. It gets our mind so clear. And it's really good for our body too. Our mind, soul, spirit, everything. So he said, but there's the flu epidemic happening outside. So I had a really, really good talk with Zachary today. And I spoke to him about fear and living our lives and that we can't. Oh, there he goes. He's on the other side there. I don't know if you guys see him. He made it. We can't live our life in fear. There's always going to be something. There's always going to be some challenge, unexpected challenge, unforeseen challenge. Right now, they're talking about the flu. That's what's happening in the news right now. At the time this is being recorded. So he hears these things, and being on the spectrum, he's unclear of how to process these things. So I share with him my real life experiences and how he can navigate through unexpected things and things that the society try to put to stop you. I mean, be aware. That's a very good thing. Yes, be aware. But don't allow it to stop you from leading, from doing what you are supposed to do, from being awakened and awoke and still, be aware and modify and pivot, right? We don't have to go inside a closed space like a gym, but you can still take a walk indoors, outdoors. You can still, morning, still do the things you need to do to help you with your own well-being, wellness, and most importantly, I see my tribe, my inner circle tribe, all my platinum people, all my platinum partners, I like to say, founders, crew out there, inner circle tribe. I see you. Keep doing what you're doing. I see the impact that you're making, and as long as I can, I am here to support. Sometimes that support doesn't always look physical, but just know I'm always sending vibration and holding space for you as you go out there and impact the world, because that's what we do together. There goes Zachary, his happy dance, his happy walk. He comes out and he just paces himself. Every once in a while you'll see him add a little run to his little walk. I love how he just navigates life on his own terms without anyone really trying to shift who he is. That was the one gift I could give him, was protection over just being himself and him allowing himself to stay spiritually awakened, which is what I do believe individuals on the spectrum are until we taint them and children. Uh, so that's the little message today. It is the purposeful walk, because I'm always walk with purpose, in purpose, by purpose, with purpose, and share with you, those of you who are catching this live, say hi. Engagement helps. If you're catching on the replay, say hi too. The Uggs are out today because it's cold. You right. I got two layers of pants, 2 layers of shirts, 2 jackets, a scarf. Here's this cool dog. And I am coming live just to share with you whatever divine message that was sent. So if you're catching this, believe it and trust it that it was meant to land on you. And just let me know that you receive it, right? You receive it. It's something as simple as that. Connection, communication, and back and forth. So the last thing I wanted to share with you is actually standing by the fountain. I love it. I love this. I just love this kid, young man. Is I have finally decided how I was blessed to show up in 2026. I am only seeing a few selected one-on-one clients, whether it's going to be on call, in person, in Aruba at the sanctuary. Very few, very selected for the year. You'll know, I'll know when I speak to you, and you'll just be assigned and divinely aligned. I'll just know I'm your answer, and you'll just know you needed me. And so it's simple as that. I'm not doing any ads this year. I'm not doing all the big asks and the sales and all these things. It's just really me showing up in purpose, with purpose, for who needs me, so they can do what they need to do through their purpose. So take that as you receive that. I just have to make sure that people do know I am getting back into calls. I did one yesterday. Wasn't planning on it. Let me see. Was not planning on doing a call yesterday. But it just so happened that I was in the right place at the right time with someone who had a problem and I had to answer. So I extended the invitation, and he was brilliant enough to take the request, and he set up his quick call. He sent his payment of appreciation, and that was confirmation that this is what it looks like. I will be in the right place with the right people who need me, and it'll be something really brief. It will take off, whether it extends past that call, only we'll know as we're talking. And whatever the number is what it will be given and what it will be assigned in terms of value. But I do know there is value, and you'll know my value. So it'll feel good for you, just like how it feels good for me. And that's how I'll know. That will be my confirmation that it was spiritually already assigned. And I want assignment this year for a very selected few. You'll self-select, we will self-select, and we'll know if you're one. All I can say is if you're one of the ones, thank me now and later, because I come good. I'm good. She good. It was funny because in our call yesterday, and we're walking through his challenges and how we're going to navigate through it, he was like, okay, now I understand why people are so crazy about you and why you do this, even though you're an audiologist, speech pathologist, and autism mom and all these other things, but why you're still out here purposefully coaching and helping and just facilitating people through their challenges, because it's way past choice. It's a chosen assignment that I have to be obedient to. So the key is for me to show up where I need to show up, to hit live and go when I need to go, and to be open to what's next for the person so I can be available for who God has assigned me for. And I thank him, in addition to my little security guard over here who has made his decision he's not going away. big news. Bum, 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 because he has decided to stay close to home for this next semester. We told him we don't have to make a big full decision for life. We just take it months by months, semesters by semesters, and then he'll decide and we'll decide what will be his next as we are also so tapped in and tuned into what God has for his purpose in his life. And it doesn't look like what is for everyone else. He got his own walk, his own journey to make. And the key of that is making sure that we're being obedient to that. So even though he was so excited to go away for school, and he told me that this morning, he's okay with the fact that we had to pivot and he has a new assignment. Bye. I'm doing one more. And that's the message. Sometimes in life, you just get new assignments on the path. Like you think this is your path, and then all of a sudden, there comes another new path, and you got to pivot. And you question yourself, at least I do. I question myself, well, am I supposed to keep going straight, or am I supposed to go that way? And I take time out to just truly listen and allow myself to be led so that I can just continue the path which I'm led on, not where people are expecting me to go. So, yeah, led. And it's okay. So I think that is my biggest message to you guys out there. And it is for Zachary, like I told him today, keep living. Don't allow the news or things around you to stop you and have you live in fear. That's not living. Living in fear is not living. I got tears in my face, but living in fear is not living. And this is weather tears, not sad tears. You know, you know. Yeah, living in fear is not living. You gotta saddle up and get out there and just be aware. Just be aware. But live. Right? Continue to live. Allow yourself to live purposefully. And it's not, no one else has to understand. That's the key. You got to do jack for anybody to understand. Who got to understand? You and God. That was the biggest key for me because I always used to have to try and have people understand, well, this is why this is happening. No, sometimes there's no rhyme or reason why it's happening. It's just happening. And sometimes you have to accept that just as that. But the key is to go with the flow, to allow God to use you, and to be obedient in your calling, even when there's a pivot, even when there's a change in plan. That's always the scariest part. But that's the part, that's life. And that's the part we all have to get through. So I hope you received this big message that I gave you today. I gave you 3 amazing messages. Let me know which one resonated the most to you, what resonated with you. And I'll be back again live. Things are changing, times are changing, but I'll be here. Don't worry. I'm just that person. When I commit to something, I'm committed. So this is where I'm going to be doing my lives from now on. And the best part about it is I get to chop these lives up and you'll see them in stories. And I'm okay with that. So, whew. Have an amazing one. Bye.